Hey everybody, this is Madeline, the Fit Vegetarian, coming at you with part 3 of Vegetarianism for Beginners. All right, today we are going to get down to the nitty-gritty of how to eliminate animal protein from your nutrition plan. Because after all, that is the whole basis for vegetarianism, right? Okay, so first of all, what I want you to focus on is, rather than focusing on the things that you cannot have, so like, oh gee, I cannot have a cheeseburger, I can't have that steak, I can't have chicken. Let's switch our perspective and focus on the things that we can enjoy. The new foods that we're going to enjoy, the new dishes we're going to prepare, the new food combinations that we've never had that we get to experience. So put those rose-colored glasses on and look at things from a different, more positive perspective, okay? Because that's your mindset, and mindset truly is everything, okay? So if you have a positive mindset, you are more likely to be successful on this journey, all right? So that's my first tip for you. So how do you go about eliminating animal protein from your nutrition, right? It's kind of hard if you've never tried it before. You basically have two different options. The first one would be to go cold turkey, and I think we all know what cold turkey means, right? So you just go from one day, you decide, I am just not eating animal protein anymore, and you give it all up. You give up fish, you give up chicken, turkey, pork, red meat, gone, goodbye, forever, right? That's kind of hard to do, right? I personally, that's what I did, and I think the only reason that I was successful was because I'm an extremist. And so I don't know, if you're an extremist, maybe that's the route for you to go. But I personally don't recommend that. And to be an extremist means it's like you go all in with something. So once you commit to something, you see it to the end. Okay, so that's just my personality. So I think that's why I was able to do that. But if you're not that kind of person, then the best thing for you would be to do it in stages, right? So you're going to wean yourself slowly. So stage 1 would be to eliminate red meat from your diet. And that's not going to be so hard to do because in our society it's kind of been ingrained in our minds or in our brain to decrease the amount of red meat that we consume, right? So we're told typically don't eat red meat more than once per week. So, okay, to eliminate it for the entire week or for the rest of your life, so to speak, doesn't seem so difficult, right? So then you move on to stage 2. Stage 2 might be a little more difficult because you're going to be eliminating white meats. Now, white meats are chicken, turkey, pork, things like that. That's going to be a little bit harder because for a lot of us, the chicken and the turkey are our go-to proteins, right? So this will be probably a little bit more difficult, but stick with it, okay? Because it's so worth it in the end. All right, the next stage in the weaning process is going to be eliminating fish and seafood. Of course, if you're striving to be a pescatarian, you would skip this stage. All right. Now, the last stage is if you're going to be a vegan. If you're going to be a vegan, then you're going to eliminate dairy and eggs. All right? Now, you're probably asking yourself, okay, this seems really simple. So in a matter of a week's time, I'm going to be a full-fledged vegetarian? Well, no, not quite, okay? It's a very personal decision in terms of the length of time that you want to give yourself to adapt to these changes. So for stage 1, you're going to eliminate red meat, right? So, okay, how long do you want to go eliminating red meat before you can confidently say, I'm over red meat, I can move on to the next stage? So whether that's a week, a month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever that looks like for you, do that. Okay, there's no magic number that says, okay, once you've gone X number of days without red meat, you will forevermore be red meat free. I wish it was that easy. It's not. Okay, so it's just pick a time frame that works for you. So let's just go with a month for now. Okay, so after you go for a month without eating red meat successfully, move on to stage 2. Give up the white meat, go a month. You're not eating red meat, plus you're not eating white meat. If you're successful there, move on to stage 3 and so on. Now, I do want to tell you, this is not a straight shot from A to B, from being a carnivore to being a full-fledged vegetarian. Your journey is going to be like this. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have days where you nailed it, you didn't eat any animal protein. You're going to have days where you slip and you have something. I'm telling you, even to this day, even though I've been a vegetarian now for a very long time, when my neighbor or somebody in the neighborhood is grilling hamburgers or steak, even though it doesn't appeal to me to actually go and have one, the smell, the aroma is just absolutely delicious. So if you're new on this journey and that smell gets to you and all of a sudden it's like, I need to go get in the car and go get myself a burger, it's okay. What you do is you start over from there, okay? The next day you start right back where you were, okay? Let's see, what else did I want to tell you? I think that's about it. Tomorrow I'm going to give you some extra tips on things that you can do to help you be successful, and hopefully you'll find those helpful. So what I want you to do, a little homework assignment, so to speak, I want you to get out a calendar and write in your calendar when you're going to start. So let's say you start on either tomorrow or on Monday, say, okay? You say, okay, starting Monday, I'm going to go without red meat for a month, and keep track of it, okay? As soon as you're successful going your whole 30 days without red meat, or whatever period of time works for you, move on to the white meat, okay? And you're going to do that and just keep moving forward, making small changes at a time. Again, this is why I'm telling you that stages work, because making all those little small changes, taking little baby steps, it adds up to a big change in the end, okay? And that's how you're going to be successful on this journey to vegetarianism. All right, you guys, so that is all that I have for you today. So I hope you found this helpful. Tune in next time for part 4, where I'll be giving you some tips and tools to be successful. And in the meantime, remember to fuel up for a fit life. This has been Madeline, the Fit Vegetarian, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.